Hi, I'm John Breckel and with Classic Carpentry, and we just wanted to give everyone an update as to what's going on with the restoration after Hurricane Ian here in Naples. Our efforts now are focused on some of the historical houses down here that received a ton of water, some of them anywhere from 6 inches to 4 feet of water. We're standing here in front of the historic Palm Cottage. A lot of the cottages have been restored, and as we have done as well, matching products, matching flooring, matching the existing trims and materials that were used. In this case though, the Palm Cottages here, it was important to us as well that we bring this cottage back to its original condition. Also, what's important about this project is there's been a lot of development in Naples, and this is proven to be an opportunity to show everyone that these properties can be restored. They don't have to be torn down. And we're going to some pretty crazy lengths to do that, as we'll show you inside. So this property was, this is the oldest building in Naples. It was, from what I understand, the guest house for the old Naples Hotel. Dates back to 1875. They've done some additions and some repairs to the building over the years. This is going to be by far the biggest renovation that the property has seen. We're coming in through here through the side door. The property took on, the structure took on about 2 feet of water. As you can see, we've removed all of the sheetrock from the inside walls. Fortunately, the exterior walls, it's what they call a tabby foundation, which is a combination of sand and Portland and seashells. So that's been able to stay intact, and some simple plaster restorations. You can see the old crawl space construction that was typical back then. You don't see that in new Florida homes. Everything is built on slab, but here we've got earth and a typical floor crawl space construction that you might see in northern states. This area right here, because they do tours of the house, we are going to install a plexiglass, a 1-inch plexiglass floor, so that people can actually visually see the old construction. If you'll notice, those timbers, those floor joists are the original, what they call a 2x8 now. Back then, they actually measured a full 2 inches by 8 inches. So fortunately for the society, the floor structure is in great shape, so it's worth the restoration. All of these floors had the original, what they call Dade County pine floor. That's the typical name they call it here, but what it really is, it's an old growth, river-grown pine. We sent this to our specialists up in North Florida who specialize in yellow pine floors, and we're told that the trees that this material came from were close to 600 years old. So that process, that's a lot of the cottages that were restored since Ian, they've simply removed these floors and tossed them to the side because it was easier. But with this property, we thought it was important to bring this floor back to its original condition. So what we've done is, right after Ian, we removed the floors board by board, and they've been stacked and drying out with a series of fans and dehumidification process inside the structure here. And now it's time that they're dried out to a percentage of moisture content, they call it, that we're comfortable with. Once we're done with this installation, we'll bring our finishers in, and they'll sand this floor and refinish it, and it should look like the day it was put in. As you can see, some of the moldings that we have that are very, very special to the property, and a lot of these moldings can be replicated. Of course, we can source the wood, we can source the stain color, but the one thing we can't match is the patina that over 100 years brings. And that's what made it so important to bring this building back to its original condition. This is what I think is the original library. Most of the bookcases and all of the casework is going to be able to be restored and not replaced. That's pretty important. Will it look like brand new? of course not, but that's not what we want. We want it to look as original as possible. Very, very important to the history of Naples. The actual society has plans to put a time capsule underneath these stairs before we close it up so that they can document this renovation of the property. All of the material we believe is old cypress that's also native to Florida and stained in a dark color. Every molding that we've taken off has been labeled, denailed, and stacked so we can put those back in after the drywall's been repaired. So probably the most exciting thing for us in this project is that we're very active in the historic district, but unfortunately we see these structures being torn down every day. This is an opportunity for us to show people that if you've got an old historic home, they can be restored. Is it a little expensive? Yes. Is it a little time consuming? Of course. But in the end, we've got something that nobody else has. And that's what we're showing for the beauty and the quaintness of Naples and trying to restore that. So if there's a need, if you have a historic home or any other renovation project, feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to consult you and give some recommendations on how you can preserve your own home.